It's Wednesday, July 1st. Let's get into one of Korea's top economic stories today. We're really looking at a massive clash right now. On one side, you have this huge industrial AI ambition, but on the other, a currency flashing a severe crisis-era warning. So our mission for this deep dive is to ask, why does this tension matter to you as a global observer well beyond Korea today?
Well, it matters because it's just this massive contradiction, you know? You have this relentless push for tech dominance, but macroeconomic gravity is basically pulling the floor out from under them.
Right. And to start with that ambition, the sheer scale of the money is staggering. I mean, what exactly are they building out there?
So if you look at the major players, Samsung Electro-Mechanics committed 15 trillion won, which is roughly $9.7 billion, to expand AI chip component manufacturing in Busan and Sejong.
Wow. Almost 10 billion. That's massive.
Yeah, it is. And the context here is they're targeting a very critical bottleneck. They are building out capacity for these components called FCBGA to supply the global AI giants.
Okay, wait, stop right there. FCBGA sounds like, I don't know, random alphabet soup. Why does a near $10 billion investment hinge on this one specific thing?
Think of FCBGA as the central nervous system for an AI chip. It's a highly specialized substrate, basically the complex foundational layer that physically and electrically connects a high-powered AI processor to the main circuit board.
Oh, so without it, the chip literally can't talk to the rest of the computer.
Exactly. The problem is these substrates are incredibly difficult to manufacture at the scale and precision that global AI giants desperately need right now. So Korea is stepping up to corner this crucial part of the supply chain.
Got it. So it's essentially like trying to build a state-of-the-art rocket engine.
Right.
But here's where I want to push back a bit. How do you finance and import parts for this massive engine when the financial ground underneath you is cracking?
Yeah, that brings us right to the reality check happening in the markets. To build these factories, they generally have to pay for imported materials in US dollars.
Right. Which means they have to buy all their lumber and steel from a neighbor who keeps doubling the price every single day because Korea's own money is losing value so rapidly.
Precisely. And looking at the numbers, the won closed at 1,549.4 per dollar, marking its weakest finish since the 2009 global financial crisis.
Oof. Since 2009, that's really bad.
It is, and the immediate market reaction was severe. Foreign investors net sold 3.82 trillion, won roughly $2.5 billion in Korean equities, out of the KOSPI in just a single session.
Wait, 2.5 billion out of the KOSPI in a single day? That is a staggering amount of capital flight to happen all at once. But honestly, I'm a little skeptical. I mean, we know the Japanese yen just hit a 39-year low against the dollar. Is this massive equity sell-off just collateral damage from Japan's currency crashing? Or is something fundamentally deeper breaking in the Korean system?
The question for global observers is whether Korea's trillion-won industrial build-out can stay credible as the currency tests its crisis-era limits. With the won's second quarter average hitting its worst level since the 1998 IMF crisis, this indicates a structural shift rather than a transient signal. A sustained won above 1,550 fundamentally increases the financing and import costs for the exact supply chains these global AI infrastructure projects depend on.
That really puts things into perspective for anyone tracking the AI boom. It leaves you wondering, if a local currency crisis threatens to derail one of the world's primary hubs for AI component manufacturing, how might that suddenly bottleneck the global tech ecosystem you rely on every day? Definitely something to mull over.
Yeah, it's a huge risk to watch.
That's today's AI PRISM, Front Page Daily. AI-assisted, human-reviewed, One IFRA award-winning series. We'll be back tomorrow.